Hello and welcome back to the 8 guys. So it's going to be about these little mini. Now, believe it or not, these existed. Somehow they just passed. It wasn't until about 8 years ago when I was visiting the National Video Game Museum display, and you could actually walk. And so that was the first time I've actually seen. So let's take a closer look at me. All these older units require 4 C-cell batteries. One of the problems this unit has is that sometimes it just won't turn on. And one thing you might notice when looking at this is that there's a lot of ghosting on the screen. Even though I've never worked on it yet, well, I guess it's time to take this thing apart. Wow, that's a weird speaker. I'm gonna try to twist it and see if it'll come out.
Wow, look at that.
It's actually just a tiny piezo speaker.
But they're using the tiny piezo speaker to amplify its sound. I think I can already see the source of the problem. Interesting, the screen is active. I wasn't expecting that, but I guess it makes sense. The screen on this thing is a vacuum. If all the segments were lit up at once, it would look like this. You might wonder why they use this sort of screen. Well, at the time, the only other choices would have been a CRT, Donkey Kong. This gives me a base outline to work with. Once I have all the areas turned white, I reduce the image down to a 2-color monochrome image like this. And here's where most of the work actually begins.
It's been one of those days.
Next thing to do is print it out on my laser printer. These labels are labels. I'll need to clean off all this old adhesive residue first. WD-40 is my go-to product for that. And here's the result. Whatever. I'm going to try some alcohol. Roundabout. I'll try some. I'm going to use a knife to mechanically remove this stuff. After scraping away many layers of plastic, I did a cartridge restoration video a while back, and I also promised to show you this Frog game, which is in great shape already. This is actually my favorite of the 3 I have, mostly because the gameplay seems to feel like the actual arcade. I think it's probably just because the way the game works, it's easier to design a system like this around it. Since we've seen the original Pac-Man, I'm going to take a look at the different versions of the original Pac-Man. This thing is almost too small to play it like a tabletop arcade, but let's move on to the boxed version. At first, I was tempted to say it's backlit LCD, but it could also be some form of backlit LCD. Either way, it does look a lot better than the original arcade. Let's move on to the Space Invaders. This is also a cheap variety, and I think I paid $15 for this one too. This is Game Breaker 64.
Hey guys, Game Breaker 64 here.
Okay, so this appears to be a slide, and I'm guessing it'll have of some sort. The game is not playable. It just doesn't feel like asteroids. Moving on to Cubert. Let's power it on. What the resemblance to the Nintendo version of this game is uncanny. They're using one of those Nintendo designs.
The joystick is properly designed for Cubert since it moves diagonally like it should.
Well, let's move on and look at Frarf.
If you remember,
it uses a display as well. And the game seems to play very well. Okay, the last game we're going to look at today is P. And interesting, looking at this little board, a couple of things stood out to me. The first thing that caught my eye was this. I thought I'd just try sorting. So thanks for watching.